As I look to the horizon, not a cloud, but then stormy weather's go to cold. Seems like it crept up out of nowhere, all around you is not what you foretold. You never see it coming. You see that my mind is too fast for eyes. You're done there, but the time it hit you, you're not surprised.
Surprise, motherfucker.
What do you want to do, man?
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is DSP News featuring Asian GTG. Ladies and gentlemen, in the financial crisis, which is DSP's life, there's been some revelations over the last 2 days. Now, granted, we're not in the usual newsroom setting, so things might sound a little different. I don't know. It's going to probably all sound like shit either way. But you love me, so that's why you guys are here. Well, us, because there's two of us here right now. Even though theoretically Kenny and Kevin were here before you, but that is what that is. Anyway, Phil is in a financial situation. As you guys may have known, or may know so far, Mr. Stuffs have just put out a video. I just saw it, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Where apparently a staycation's in the works for May. Apparently the kitty needs to go out and get a tan. Take a little bit off top.
No, I kind of want to say this, but if she get any tanner, she really gonna look like a gay man. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. And also, apparently Phil is getting ready-made meals sent to him. Like, your dumbass can't go to Sam's or Costco and just get that shit done?
Can't cook your own meal? Oh, wait.
And, well, here's the thing. It's not like Blue Apron, for example. Like, if you guys don't know what Blue Apron is, it's like it's a mail-in cooking service. They deliver right to your door. If you guys watch, what's it called? Screw Attack's Death Battles, they actually promote it all the time. They've been doing it for years. Never actually tried it, but I've seen actual other YouTubers and other people, regular people who are honest, actually do reviews on it, and they say they actually like it. Now, what they do is they break down the meals for you. Like, they have the whole meal set up, so they actually send you the raw chicken, beef, turkey, whatever it is, the vegetables and everything. They send you the instructions, and you still make it yourself. It's just they've portioned everything off for you, and it's just kind of easy to make. This is not what Phil and the cat are doing. Apparently, what they're doing is they're having this service being delivered to them, which is, it's just crispy chicken. It's just like, it's already like partially or pre-cooked like pork or whatever the case may be. All you're doing is heating it up. That's not cooking, Phil.
I mean, I guess what's better, having for cat, at least, what's better, having Phil cook for her or just something else?
Here's the thing. I don't care if he has to eat turkey burgers for the rest of his goddamn life. You don't have the money to be doing this right now, sir.
I mean, you know, his fans still, you know.
Fans nothing. Second thing, what did you bring her all the way there for? I'm gonna be a dick right now. Wasn't Kat there to be the maid? She got cooking, she's got cleaning, she's got responsibilities, ladies and gentlemen. And I feel like she's not fulfilling those responsibilities. And here's the interesting part. What happened when the panda was there? And she was having to cook and clean and do all that slaving. Or that infamous situation where it's like, all right, guys, give me just a second. Panda's been sick, but I need to wake her up so she can make dinner. I'll be right back. What happened to that? But all of a sudden, though, the cat's there, so she's like, oh, well, we'll just break down and we'll order this stuff.
Well, you know, the cat might or might not have, you know, met Tyrone already.
True. Very true. Very true. And here's the thing, though. But here's the kicker. Some of the same stuff that they're getting through this delivery service, this food delivery service, this meal delivery service, they could easily just go to Costco or Sam's or whatever it is that's around his way, and just get the same thing for cheaper. Speaking of which, shouts out to James the Lesser Express Lane. I saw your video yesterday, my dude. Sorry I didn't get a chance to comment, but you know me. I'm just kind of just around. But I saw your video actually talking about this briefly, and that's what made me want to bring this up today. So shouts out to you, my dude. The link to his video will be in my description. But how does that happen? Okay, how's that happen where you're home all day and the cat is working and you can't put something together? I don't care how late she's working. I don't care how many late night strokes that she's getting from whoever, whenever, from Antonio. I don't care who's putting it on to her. I don't care what Rico Suave decides to go ahead and give that kitty a good lick. I don't care.
Sanchez has put the work in on her.
Exactly. I don't care. You're telling me this man can't put something together? It was bad enough. I wouldn't say bad enough. I guess, yeah, it was. When he was doing DSP Tries-Its, at least he might be getting some money off of that. You know what I mean? He might be getting something off King of Hate vlogs by doing DSP Tries-Its. But you're doing this bullshit. And coming off of, one, I sat there and gambled the channel like an asshole, so now everybody's mad at me for that shit. But we're fine, so it is what it is. Second, you said that you still don't have all of the money yet for your taxes, so you're hoping they're going to put you on a payment plan. You still don't know what the mystery taxes are just yet, your back taxes. We still don't have the amount for that yet. But yet, and you said, you know, it's going to be tough for you, and you might have to be begging for tips, subs, and bits for the rest of your life and live hand to mouth. And you said you're okay with that, but you're doing this. And then you got the staycation coming up. And I know you're listening, Phil. I hope you put all of your vacation out there, all of that staycation, all of it. I want all of that, because I'm gonna go back and we're gonna watch some of the old ones and break some of that down, especially this infamous adult entertainment video that Asian GTG found. See what we'll see what Panda was into back in the day. See if there's any what's the low tier guy like to call it? That BBC getting taped in. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? See if she's in the Wesley Snipes.
Some bukkake?
Exactly. Hope she don't drown in it. Anyway.
Wow.
I'm a savage right now. I'm a savage all the time, but I'm savage right now.
But you know, like the staycation, you know, the food, you don't gotta worry about that, you know.
First,
his little children is paying that for him.
I understand that, but you shouldn't even be doing the staycation bullshit right now, Phil. You're lucky too that we haven't gone over this video yet. We might, or the video after this, we might. But like, how are you getting ready to do a staycation, Phil, and you don't even have your taxes covered yet?
It's okay, man. Like, all he gotta do is send out a bunch of empty boxes.
We're going back to that again? And he can't even autograph the box, so now he has to put it on a business card? The fuck are you doing with business cards, Phil?
Nah, he'll just have someone else sign it for him.
This is Dspgaming, Failure for Life, Inc., LLC? What is this? I'm starting to get... Okay, so...
Maybe if they donate enough, he'll let them talk about something else in this chat for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes. Speaking of which, let's talk about the cat for a minute, in a positive way. No, keep the caveman stuff down to a minimum. Wow. Keep the caveman stuff down to a minimum for these next couple minutes, please. All right, so let's get down to this fake. Let's talk about Cat a little bit. So, Phil, you said that, you know, Cat wants to actually do things. She wants to actually spend time with you, so on and so forth. Let's get into that for just a second. First things first, who told you that 1 day a week was going to be enough to spend time with anybody? And then you're not even spending time with her. You guys are really just doing chores together. That's not spending time together. Now, I understand that some people don't like me giving you advice. Some people like me just ripping into you. Let me go ahead and let's elaborate. Allow me to retort for a minute. The Greek tragedy, or the Greek comedy of it all, is that it's a detractor, and I'm not the first one, I'm one of many, who gives him advice. In my particular case, possibly, the comedy of it all is that he doesn't do anything with it, and when he does decide to implement it, it's already too late. That's kind of like the Greek tragedy, comedy / tragedy of it all, which probably should be the new logo for the channel, to be honest with you. We'll see. I will talk to a very special friend of mine who did my original intro, and we'll talk about that. But that's kind of the sad aspects of it all. So Phil, you're screwing up your relationship, Redemption Run 2, all over again. You're doing it in it's just stupid. Basically what you're trying to implement with Cat, or what you're doing with Cat, is what you try to implement with Panda towards the end. That was right before you found out that Tyrone was just giving it deep. Now, with that being said,
Me and Tyrone are friends, so it's, you know, it's cool.
Wow.
It's cool. So with that being said, she's only been there for 2 months, maybe?
2-3 months.
Yeah, 2 or 3 months. So, and you had flown her out. I'm just gonna assume you flew her out 3 times before she actually moved there. 2 or 3, we'll say 3 or 4 times, including the move. So, in truth, she's already had her vacation.
I mean, y'all seen her since December, right?
Yeah, we saw that one. Back shot.
So it's been a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he's like flown her. So he's flown her out like 3 times, and then the 4th time would be when they moved in. Something along those lines. I might be wrong. So she's kind of already had her vacation, so to speak, just flying back and forth. So Phil, is it what we had already said earlier, where she's window dressing? So now you're using her as an excuse to take time off and to have these guys pay for it? And since it's in May, I would assume middle May, because that's kind of what you do, it would give you more than enough time to get a little bit of Skrilla together to make that happen. And shouts out to Gout Police. I will link his video in my description where he actually goes over his whole vacation schemes over the years. It's a good watch, so I'll leave that also in my description next to James the Lesser. So what are these people paying for exactly? What are these kids giving up potential summer money for? Seriously, what's going on with that?
Oh, probably their parents' money.
Well, it's definitely their parents' money, but still, like, they're the ones that are paying it up. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Unless he's trying to get a bunch of chargebacks off mommy's credit card when little Jimmy gets smacked up because he got caught. And then where are you going to take her, Phil? If you're going to take her deeper into Seattle, you don't need to stay at a hotel or anything for that, to be honest. You know what I mean? You guys can do that all in a day or so. That's not a problem. That's what you should have did with Panda a couple years ago when you guys went out there for 3 or 4 nights.
Is he going to go out of state? Or
no, he's not going out of state.
Staying in?
He wants to, yeah, that's what's called a staycation. He wanted to go to he wants to go to California, but he definitely doesn't have the bread for that.
No.
And California is expensive as shit.
I mean,
well, for him it is anyway.
I guess he could drive there, but
oh no, Phil doesn't drive because his back hurts. So Kat's gonna do the driving.
What kind of weak shit is that?
Hey man, it is what it is. I guess that's what happens when the gout, moves up from the foot to the lower back and shit.
Yikes.
So
your back's not strong enough.
No, his back ain't.
Kat's disappointing.
You didn't think she looked disappointed when we saw her in that reveal video?
Yikes.
I mean, be honest with you. But I said, let's be honest. This is the same guy who had to get a hand cart to wheel like 50 or 75 pounds up some stairs, bro.
It's funny.
You think you're really gonna? You think she's really getting a steady stroke? You think she's really being satisfied?
No, I guess Julio or Tyrone is.
Or Antonio. Don't forget Antonio.
Yeah.
Somebody else is giving it to her, dog, or he's going to. I'll say. Apparently, you should have been listening. You should have listened to Almighty Tevin.
I guess Mr. Chang Lee's eating that cat.
I guess, man. Should have been listening to. You should have listened to Almighty Tevin 2 years ago, man.
Yikes.
You better go ahead and get yourself some exercise. But you didn't want to listen. Like I said,
I guess the most exercise he got was that one time he got caught on stream stroking.
Wow, that thing's never gonna go away, ever.
Nah.
So what are you doing, Phil? Like seriously, what are we making out of this? What good is any of this? And the thing is, right, is if you, in truth, most people be like, oh, well, what do you think about his fan base? What's up with them? I wouldn't say anybody in his fan base is like, you can write off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody can wake up one day and realize, you know what, I've been caught as a sucker. That's happened a lot to him over the last few months already. The problem is how do you justify it? And you can't justify something like this. He's already told you that he doesn't have all the money needed for his taxes. So he can't afford to be taking no breaks. You know what I mean? He really can't. If he can't stay on stream for an extra hour when 2,000 plus people show up at the end of his little birthday begathon, then you damn sure can't afford to be getting mail-ordered meals brought to your crib and be taking a vacation, a staycation or whatnot.
That's just stupid. Like,
and it's not even a staycation if you're just taking her around Seattle to see the sights. That's not a vacation.
Yeah. Like you said, you could probably do that in a day.
He probably could. Here's the thing, Phil. Let me go ahead and try to be the voice of reason here. You work. You call it work, which that's already insulting in itself. Like, that's insulting in itself when he had the nerve to say that, oh, me and Kat are trying to sync up our work schedules and whatnot, and like your work days. as people have already said, you make your own schedule. You're probably oversaturating your streams anyway. You're doing too much.
You're the least hardworking streamer I've known.
Here's the thing, Phil. Work Monday through Friday, turn Friday into a half day, and then spend the weekend with her. And then literally go back and forth seeing the different sites in Seattle. You're about a half hour away from just about everything. That's not that big of a deal. And Phil, you're not driving. She is. So what's the problem there? And then you can vlog everything. What's the problem? It's not that serious. It really isn't. And you can save some of these kids their money, you know, in the process, and you can actually get a whole lot more out of it. Because let's be honest, Phil, you're just going to go out there, gorge yourself on a bunch of meals. You're going to see some sites for about an hour, hour and a half. You're going to get tired. You're going to start sweating. You're going to
want to go home.
Well, he's going to want to stop somewhere, get something else to eat so he can recharge. Got to feed the gout. Then go off and see a couple other sights and sounds or whatever. Maybe try to find an arcade where you can beat some little kids up so you can feel better about yourself and your little 4th place finish at Evo.
Yeah, you gotta try to show Cat how much, how good he is.
Wow.
Using them fingers.
Wow. Maybe go off and get a couple of drinks and whatnot. Maybe see a couple more sites, then dinner, and then you're gonna fall asleep once she drives you guys home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you guys go to the hotel, if you guys got like a nice hotel or went to like a nice bed and breakfast or something, she's not getting nothing at the end of the night anyway. You're gonna be too tired.
Well, he's gonna be sleeping in the hotel. We don't know where Cat's gonna be at.
I don't know. Is Overwatch on mobile? So that was a good one too. You hate. So what comes out of all that? What's the point of any of this? So you're not gonna. It's obvious that you're not going to handle your responsibilities. It's obvious that you're even though you're 1 year older, you're even more irresponsible than you were a couple of years ago. You're making the same mistakes over and over again. Where's the progress? Where's the growth?
On its back.
Wow. Where's, you know what I'm saying? Where's the new you?
There, you're new me.
Exactly. It's the same you with a new daughter. That's it. To be honest, this doesn't hold up well. And then outside of all those gifted subs that you received recently, which brought you back up to the 450 plus mark, at the end of the middle of next month, they're going to be all gone.
Yeah.
YouTube videos are still in decline. Your redemption run of what's he playing right now? Is he playing like Dark Souls or something? I don't know what he's playing right now. He's redemption running something, and or it might be Demon Souls. Let me check real fast. He's doing a redemption run of something, and that's already getting demonetized. So he's not even getting anything off that. He's not building any Skrilla off that whatsoever. So
is he at least streaming it?
Yeah, he's streaming it. That's the only way he can make any money off of it. But he's not doing anything else. You know what I mean? And he's waiting for God of War to drop on Thursday.
I hope you realize there's gonna be a lot of people doing that. So
dude,
he gotta get drowned out real quick.
Yeah, he is. But the full playthroughs are out on YouTube. There's a couple different people doing it. So he's already failed at that. So, you know, where do we go from here now?
I don't know, bro. Like, the thing is, like, putting your hopes on one game. Every time it's released.
Sorry, he's doing my bad. He's doing a redemption run of Bloodborne.
Oh. Bloodborne is pretty hard.
And well, yeah, but he has the chat though. The chat's holding his hand on that. So he's good. He's good there.
I don't know, bro. I don't want to say anything, but there's a lot of people out there who can probably entertain you while playing Bloodborne a lot better than Phil, to be honest.
Yeah, the detractors, they're doing a great job cutting all that stuff up and making masterpieces out of it. It's great. So you don't even need Phil for that, essentially. I don't know, man.
I feel like Phil should just hire one of the detractors to just edit his video for him, since he doesn't seem to have the time to ever do it.
Did you say Phil and edit in the same sentence? That's blasphemy amongst the detractor community, bro. We don't talk about that. We don't. That's like saying panda and satisfied in the same sentence. It don't work. Sorry.
Wow, bro.
It don't. Or at least not with Phil anyway.
And like it's like saying cat and it's like saying the word cat and not kidnap in the same.
Exactly. You can't say. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the association. It's like word association. cat kidnapped. Can't even say corrupt because she's already depressed. So
black.
Wow. Yeah. Anything else you want to add, sir?
No, that's just sad. That's just sad listening to Phil live. Come on.
It is. Not as sad as Wings of Redemption, though, which is why I've been kind of holding off on that video, because that's just turning into a whole neck bone of problems in its own right.
I feel sad for his fan, to be honest, more than anything.
That's right. You haven't embraced the light enough yet. You're still in the dark with a lot of these people who think Phil's just a terrible Let's Player, and that's it. No one's actually. It's those people who overlook his human aspects and how much of a shitty person it is. It's all right, man.
Oh no, I'm not feeling bad. I feel bad for his fan for having to put up with this shit.
They don't put up. They're the ones who they don't put up with it. They embrace it. So,
what's this? Some kind of like S&M fucking relationship?
Yeah, kinda. It's kind of like a combination of like Stockholm syndrome, and then just it's like 50 Shades of Gout in a lot of ways, just with their wallets. I know it's a terrible example. I'm sorry, but that's the best thing I have at the moment.
Wow.
It is what it is. It's just it's on some next level shit.
Well, they end it together now.
Wow.
Forever.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DSP News featuring Asian GTG. Always late, never breaking, unreliable coverage that you can't count on. A GTG network and productions. I am your host / anchor GTG with my co-host Asian GTG, which everybody has been asking for you.
Wow.
Hey man, it's nice to be popular. I wouldn't know.
Wow.
And we're signing off at the broadcast.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop your fucking lying.